had said on a couple of occasions to people who've talked to me about my life and my issues. And I said, and I mean it tongue in cheek to a large degree, but I said, I was lucky to be fairly good looking. We started seeing each other. And so then on May, end of May,
25th, May 25th.
was it your graduation? I gave her a ring, and then we were married February after that on Valentine's Day. So it was a very romantic whirlwind.
And his mom told him she didn't think it would last a year because nobody put up with him. And we've now been married 46 and a half years, so I guess it's going to take.
I guess it's going to last. And so is Mom.
So is Mom.
Bless her heart. She just gets slower and slower all the time. One of these days she's just going to freeze in place. I don't think I ever had like a time when I said, "Oh my God, you are really different." But what I did have was surrounded by a group of neighborhood guys who just took me on as one of the guys. I mean, I played baseball, and football, and I tried to keep up with everything that they did. Anyway, the kids had their scooters or their bikes, or trikes back then. So I needed something to ride. So the first thing that I rode on Baltimore Hill was I got a pair of just standard roller skates. And my butt was small enough at the time that I could sit on a single roller skate and go downhill. Then I had to come back uphill.
Told Larry that if he wanted to do something, nothing stopped him from doing it. If he didn't want to do something, he would, "So could you get me this? So could you get me that?"
Yeah. I guess that's true. In a rehab hospital, Kepner Institute up in New Jersey. I started going there when I was 4. And Dr. Kessler's philosophy was, in order to be successful, one needs to look as normal as possible. And therefore, his pushing my getting prosthesis at a very early age and growing with them. And they became as much a part of me as your legs are part of you all. And along with that was to be involved and self-assertive to some degree. Those are good characteristics to have.
Yeah.
So now that I am, unfortunately, had a stroke 8-9 years ago, and now instead of driving sports cars, I have to drive a van. If I were not able to drive, I think I'd go crazy. So this is a godsend. And I think people with handicap conditions really need to look at the freedom that it gives them, and it really opens the world to you if you can drive. All right, coming out. even though life has been pretty darn happy and good, there were a few things that happened along the way that were a little disconcerting. The day the mailman came to the door with a package or something that needed to be handed to someone, and I went to the door, didn't have my prosthesis on, so I'm on the floor down here, and when I opened the door for the mailman is expecting to see somebody at eye level. Not there, because kind of funny. When I finally had to go to using the wheelchair all the time, and it was still working, I did note that there was a different response to me by people that I had worked with over the years. Less likely to stop and chat. When someone's in a wheelchair, normal people need to come down and speak to them where they are. Make every attempt to do that. People who are 6'3" and they're standing there, looking down at me, and my neck is getting crooked from looking up. It's not a good thing. And I've noticed that when I was in the manual chair for a while, and Sue never thought about it, but she would push me somewhere and leave me so that my back was to everything else that was going on. And I've seen so many handicapped people do that to people in animal chairs. It's just not good. So we all need to be aware of get down to where people are that you're speaking to.
That's the other thing I remember was quite often when you would be in a manual chair and I would push him and we'd be talking to somebody. The tendency would be to talk to me and not to Larry.
And these are friends.
Yeah.
These are people we've known for a long time.
Right.
It's just one of those weird things that happens.
I have the goal of trying as many different beers as I can. Anyway, when one drinks beer, one needs to have the proper drinking vessel to drink it out of. And so this is my collection of steins that I've gotten over the years. And Sue and I are members of the German club here, and we've traveled to Germany several times. And I have a glass, which I got at that monastery, that says, it's a quote from Martin Luther that says, "A beer a day keeps the devil away." So you need to remember that.
You need to be positive. Don't blame anyone for your situation in life. It is what it is. And be as positive and forward going as you can possibly be. Like, what has each of us done to make a contribution to somebody? It's kind of important to know that for ourselves as well as other people. So I don't know. It's a very important thing to keep in mind.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
Sue had a friend in college, and she would introduce me as Larry's, it was before we were married, or Sue's boyfriend.
Okay.
He doesn't have legs, but he doesn't care.
Words of wisdom, let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When all the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted,